Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And on today's Going In Raw News Brief, MVP clears up just who is in Hurt Business. We recap Impact Wrestling and preview tonight's AEW and NXT. But first, did Andrade say no to going back to NXT? Larson, what's in the news?
So we spent quite a bit of time talking about Andrade yesterday, of course, his interview with Lucha Libre Online. Well, last night, he did a media conference call with Mas Lucha and revealed that he was given the opportunity to return to NXT, but declined. The transcripts here are via Fightful, and the translation from Carlos Toro. This is what Andrade had to say, quote, "I never proposed going back to NXT. They proposed it to me, but when they noticed that I'm quitting, they asked me if I wanted to spend a year in NXT and then go back to the main roster. I told them that I wanted to make it on the main roster. I don't think being in NXT is a lesser thing, but I'd rather be out of the company than be in NXT because at least out there, I can make more noise. I don't have anything against NXT or the wrestlers there, but I didn't want to take a step back. I spoke with Triple H before I asked for my release. It was over the phone and not in person because I had COVID. 2 days before my release, I still talked with Triple H. I told him the truth and that I wanted an opportunity. He told me that they honestly were not aware that he was ready. I don't know who in the office wouldn't tell Vince and Triple H that I was ready since November. They didn't know that I was medically cleared. Triple H told me that he didn't know. Then he told me, how about a run in NXT? I told him I wanted an opportunity on SmackDown or Raw. I was asked for maybe a year in NXT and then return to the main roster and see how things change. He said he knows how talented I am and how successful I am in NXT and was offered more money. I told him I don't want to go to NXT. I want an opportunity on SmackDown or Raw. Then he told me, how about we let you go and maybe in 3 or 4 years you can come back. He negotiated the best we could. We negotiated the best we could, but they asked about NXT and I said no. NXT has a lot of talent, but I don't want to come back. Considering that he had already won the NXT title, he's already reached the top of the mountain in NXT. I understand not wanting to go back because he's already kind of done it all. Granted, he wasn't North American champion, but he was the NXT champion.
Well, I mean, it sort of speaks to the different creative desires and of the talent. Like a guy like Kevin Owens, seemingly totally fine going back to NXT. Finn Balor rejuvenated his character going to NXT. Mm-hmm. Guy like Andrade, he just views it differently from his perspective. I mean, creatively, I'm sure there's plenty they could have him do.
Oh, totally.
But in his eyes, hey, I'm a Raw SmackDown guy. I don't want to go there.
Here's another thing, too. Both Finn and Kevin Owens have had already like an enormous level of success on the main roster, winning, Universal title, WWE title, and whatnot. So, they've accomplished quite a bit on the main roster. I guess for Andrade, too, you would think, I've been up here for a couple of years, 3-4 years, however long it's been. And I've held the U.S. championship for a short spell, but other than that,
has it been that long? How long has he been on main roster?
Maybe 2-3 years. Pretty much.
So it'll be it would have been 3 years around this time. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. Everybody's got their thing. Everybody's got how they view their position. And he was making a ton of money. I mean, according to him, he was making in the millions every year.
He kind of clarified that on this interview as well. He said over the course of the contract, it would have been in the millions, not annually.
Okay. Pretty good money. So, everybody chooses where they feel they need to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, the communication thing, seemingly if you're not completely and totally, you can't take anything for granted there. Like, you can't take for granted that, okay, somebody's going to tell Triple H or Vince that I'm cleared. And this is the thing about there being too many moving pieces for only a small handful of people to be working with, is like things like this seemingly gets followed. It's interesting that Triple H, I mean, according to Andrade here, Triple H really did sort of do whatever he could to try to keep him around. Apparently, he said they threw more money at him, and said, "Hey, do you want to go to NXT?" He's like, "No, man, I want to do this." Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I don't know. He seemingly he wants to. I mean, there are between from when he started in NXT to now, the other non-WWE companies are just far more prominent. You know, like you can make a bunch more money now outside WWE.
Yeah,
so
you can make a good living and potentially get more opportunity for yourself outside WWE, more so than probably since WCW was around.
Yep. Also, I'm glad we got some clarification on this because coming out of Monday Night Raw, it was a bit confusing as to who exactly was in the Hurt Business and was Baron Corbin in it. Well, following the events that concluded Raw, MVP cleared up that confusion. He tweeted this: Baron Corbin is not, I repeat, not in the Hurt Business. To be clear, Bobby Lashley and MVP are the Hurt Business. We are always looking for talented applicants.
That's a bit of a relief.
Yeah. Look, I'll put it this way. Under the tutelage, under the creative vision of MVP, assuming much of the Hurt Business stuff was his creative vision, I'd be open to it. All right, moving on. There was an Impact Wrestling last night. We watched it along with the Enforcer over there on the Twitch. Thanks to everybody for hanging out. Let's see if I can remember any of these matches.
Yes.
Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz defeated Havoc and Nevaeh, and that in turn led to Nevaeh turning on Havoc. I do remember that because it's kind of a big deal. They've been a tag team for a little while now.
It was kind of the thing. It was a match in Angle that opened the show too. Mm-hmm. Sami Callihan defeated Larry D, and then AC Romero got involved after the match a little bit. This next bit was funny.
Kenny Omega, Don Callis, and the Good Brothers were up to some. They were plotting something. Don Callis, the entire episode, he had a new video of it was a video of Kenny's one-winged angel and people not kicking out of it. So he's trying to get in the head of Rich Swann with his video.
And the Good Brothers were upset because they lost the tag titles. Kenny and Don were trying to tell him, hey, Finn Juice, they're looking better these days. And neither Carl Anderson nor Doc Gallows were really willing to admit to that. And Don tried to cheer him up by having him watch the One Winged Angel video. And then Kenny came upon an idea to help cheer him up. They did the grapevine thing where everybody whispered in the next person's ear. And then the Good Brothers, off they go.
Mm-hmm. After that, we had Brian Myers defeating Suicide. No word as to who was in the Suicide outfit. Probably Caleb Conley.
It didn't seem to be Matt Cardona, though.
Sadly, no, it was not Jack Cardona.
No, we got a match made for Hardcore Justice. Jazz will be challenging Deonna Purrazzo for the Knockouts title. She's putting her career on the line.
Yeah, this is a hell of a way to go out. She had indicated last year when she was, retiring that she wanted a decent retirement tour of sorts. I would think that this is like a best case deal for her. Like when I thought about that, I was like, oh, she's going to do like a little independent run, but I mean, this is a pretty high profile thing. It's at Hardcore Justice, which is that the one that's the same day as night one of WrestleMania?
Yeah.
And it's like earlier in the day, I think, isn't it?
I don't know if they rescheduled it. It wasn't at first.
Let me see if I can find that.
And I think it's an Impact Plus show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Or on Fight TV too. While you look at that, the next bit was pretty funny. Kenny Omega and Don Callis go into Swingers Palace. They want to talk about what the action was on Kenny's match against Rich Swann at Rebellion, and then based on the One Winged Angel video, Johnny Swinger changed the odds. Don Callis put $20,000 on Kenny Omega to win.
This was all about Don Callis, Johnny Swinger playing along with being okay with taking all of Don Callis's insults and thinking of them as compliments.
It's great. It was great.
It was Don Callis is actually really funny in this episode.
Yeah, he was. He was pretty darn good. After that, Ace Austin and Madman Fulton defeated TJP and Josh Alexander. TJP and Josh Alexander could not get along.
Yeah.
And then after that, Don Callis is talking to Willie Mack, trying to show him the One Winged Angel video. Rich Swann comes in. Don Callis pretty much challenges Rich Swann to a fight, says for the next 15 minutes, I am not your boss. Good Brothers and Omega come in. Huge brawl breaks out. Ed Edwards joins the fray. And we're getting a 6-man tag match next week when Impact moves to Thursdays between all 6 of these men.
So yeah, this was confirmed a week ago. John Pollock and PW Insider. Hardcore Justice, Saturday, April 10th, will air at 3 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. Oh, wow, 3 Eastern. Wow, that was quite a bit earlier then.
Yeah.
So at noon over here. Main event saw James Storm wrestle his 1,000th. That's a tough word to say.
1,000th.
Did do it much better than I do. Match against Eric Young. He got the W as well.
And then did you mention that the Wildcat came back?
No, I did not.
The Wild. Who was the tag team? America's Most Wanted. America's Most Wanted. That was their tag team.
Gotcha.
And,
Chris Harris. Chris Harris.
Yeah, Chris Harris, the Wildcat. Chris Harris. It was so fun. It was so funny. Like, we didn't watch Impact back in the day, but like I saw Sean Rossap tweeted a picture of their embrace, and he said, "Oh, I marked out so hard for this." Yeah. My reaction was like, "Oh, aren't they like on a tag team or something?"
Yeah. I was like, Harris, is he one of the Harris brothers?
Oh man, this is why the Impact streams are great.
Yes.
And then we have, of course, some wrestling tonight. Is this the last night of the Wednesday Night Wars?
Uh-huh.
Ooh. What's going on?
No, not
what's
technically,
because
TakeOver Night 1's next Wednesday.
Yeah,
the week
yeah,
after
yeah.
that.
So they're going out. They're going out pretty big with the TakeOver. Probably going to lose by 200,000 viewers.
Probably.
We've got on AEW Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus the Lucha Brothers and Laredo. Holy crap, that's going to be a good match. And the Laredo Kid.
Match. Christian Cage making his AEW in-ring debut against Frankie Kazarian. That should be a good match, too.
It's like it's TNA back in 2000 and whatever when they were there together.
Yeah.
Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy are going to be debuting on Dynamite, their new theme song from the Pixies. You're going to be taking on Miro and Kip Sabian in Arcade Anarchy, hopefully the end of this never-ending feud.
He's really looking forward to this match.
Well, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy are totally going to win because Miro's going to turn on Kip here. That's what's going to happen.
MJF is going to present some gifts to Pinnacle.
That's cool. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be match of the night. This is going to be the Kenny Laredo Kid match. That's going to be great. This is going to be the comedy match of the night. Cody Rhodes versus QT Marshall in an exhibition match. If I have the opportunity for a figure four, not going to lock it in. If I have an opportunity at Crossroads, I'm not going to follow through with it, QT. Well, QT is going to get out a freaking kendo stick on your ass, Cody, so you better be dropping him with Crossroads.
Yeah, QT's wrestling to win this one. Hikaru Shida and Ty Conti are teaming up to take on The Bunny and Nyla Rose.
That should be good. And then John Moxley versus Cesar Bononi. That should be a good one.
Over on NXT, your go-home show to TakeOver.
Ooh.
Of course, we got the Battle Royal to set the field for this North American title gauntlet eliminator match. So final 6 in the Battle Royal are in the gauntlet, and then from there on out, it's the order of the entrance in the gauntlet.
Wait a second, though. Hold on. The last one here, aren't both these guys in that Battle Royal? Roderick Strong is. I swear I saw his picture on the thing. So Roderick Strong is to begin a new journey in his showdown with Cameron Grimes. Is Roderick Strong going to debut some new theme music too? I mean, that's going to be a good match and everything, but that's kind of crazy. They're going to do like double. They're going to do a Battle Royal.
They'll do the Battle Royal maybe at the beginning of the show or at the end, and then this will be towards like they'll do one at the end of the show and the other one at the very beginning.
I mean, they have like everybody in that Battle Royal, so I guess
it's like their entire mid card. Their upper mid card and mid card in that Battle Royal. Also, Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro tempt fate with Tien Shaw Showdown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Roderick Strong and Cameron Grimes are in that thing. Crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man.
Should be fun. That should be good. Caden Carter and Casey Catanzaro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a second. Tien Shaw. So is Karen Q going to wrestle?
Maybe.
What's her name? May. Wait, what is it? Is it Mei Ying?
Yeah.
Or is it Tien Shaw? Which one is the name of the person?
I still think, it's...
this makes it sound like Tien Shaw is the name of the group now.
Yeah, I know.
But before, we thought that was the person. But now it looks like Mei Ying is the person, man. This shouldn't be this complicated, right?
No, it shouldn't.
We'll find out tonight.
Yeah, hopefully we get some clarity.
Yeah, man.
I want some clarity.
Anyways, we're going to review that tomorrow at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. And, of course, AEW we're going to recap tonight on Twitch, twitch.tv/Steven Larson. So hopefully you'll join us there, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, by the way, today's the last day. You guys can go. We're done. But I just want to put this pitch out there. Today's the last day of the month. So if you get your Patreon pledge in today, in the next couple weeks, otherwise you got to wait like another month and then a couple weeks. You'll get It's $20, patreon.com/Stephen Larson. You get the Going In Raw care package, the Friendo care package.
Yeah.
It's got the first ever, the only ever Going In Raw Stephen Larson comic book. There's me, there's you. Earl Smothers has you in a headlock right there. This scene does not actually take place in the comic book.
No, but the other scenes in there are something else. Again, really I say this all the time, but it's 100% true. It's the story that can only be told within the pages of a comic book. It would cost way too much money. Way too much money to produce that into a major motion picture.
You get that. You also, along with the Friendo care package, you get stickers of our dumb faces. Mm-hmm. You get, as long as they last, these original Going In Raw logo stickers, plus another Go in the Dark current logo sticker. You get, while they last, the tattoo, which Larson wore on his neck. It's a temporary tattoo. You don't have to worry about it being there forever. It does take a while to come off, though. You got the Wolfpack Red Friendo Club sticker while supplies last. You get a wonderful 8x10 signed by us right here. And then, yeah, that's a $20. At $50, you get all that plus the fancy holographic glitter Friendo Club sticker. And, of course, the exclusive to Patreon at that
no one else gets
level. The Friendo Club shirt with the blue and the orange trim and the white on there. It looks great. It looks like $1 million, but you can get it for just $50 at patreon.com/Stephen Larson. $20. You get everything there except for the shirt and the holographic sticker. And, of course, you get access to sending us Matt Chat questions once a month when we bring on a guest. And, of course, you get access to all of our bonus content, which we produce 3 times a week. So,
including
there you
today,
go.
Ask Stephen Larson.
That's right. So, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.
Help support Going In Raw today by becoming a Friendo Club TV member. You'll get access to new bonus episodes every week, including Friendo Club Arcade, Live Power Rank, Vintage 10 for the Wins, and Ask Stephen Larson. Get access to Friendo Club TV today by becoming a $5 and up patron at patreon.com/Stephen Larson, by throwing us a sub at twitch.tv/Stephen Larson, or by clicking join at youtube.com/Stephen Larson.